Number 1. To find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a convex polygon, you use the formula n minus 2 times 180, where n represents the number of sides of the polygon. So if we have an 11gon, we take the number of sides, 11, subtract 2, and multiply that times 180. 11 minus 2 is 9, times 180 gives me 1,620 degrees. That represents the sum of all of the interior angles. Number 5. The measure of an interior angle is given. So this 156 represents an interior angle of a polygon. So let's just draw a picture to represent that 156 degrees. We don't know how many sides the polygon has, but remember, we do know that the interior angle of a polygon and the exterior angle form a linear pair. And we also know that the sum of all the exterior angles is 360 degrees. So our goal here is to figure out what one of the exterior angles is, divide that by 360, and it gives us the number of sides. So first I subtract 156 from 180, and I get 24. That represents the exterior angle. Then we know all of the exterior angles have a sum of 360 degrees. If all of the exterior angles have a sum of 360 degrees, and one of them is 24 degrees, that's going to give us the number of sides. So 360 divided by 24 is 15, which represents the number of sides of this polygon. Number 9. We want to find the measure of each interior angle. But at first we have to find the value of x. And in order to find the value of x, they gave us 1, 2, 3, 4 interior angles of a quadrilateral. Well, remember, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. And a quadrilateral, if we draw a diagonal, quadrilateral is made up of two triangles. So 2 times 180 degrees. So if I add up all of the angles inside this polygon, it's going to equal 360 degrees. I could also do this by finding the sum of the interior angle formula, n minus 2 times 180, where n is 4, minus 2 times 180, 2 times 180, which is 360. So all of these angles have a sum of 360. So that's what I'm going to do, is add them all up and set them equal to 360. So adding them all up, 6x plus 2x is 8x, plus 2x is 10x, plus 6x is 16x. Then I have a positive 8 minus 4, which is 4, minus 4, which is 0, plus 8, which is 8. That's adding all the angles, and now they equal 360 degrees. So I subtract 8 from both sides, so I get 16x equals 352. And now I take 352 and divide it by 16 in order to get x. So I get 22 here. To finish answering the question, it says find the measure of each interior angle. So I'm going to substitute my x back into each one of the angles that's given to us, starting with 2 times 22 plus 8, 6 times 22 minus 4, and this will be the same. Okay, 6 times 22 minus 4 gives me 128. So the measure of angle R is 128. 2 times 22 plus 8 gives me 52. So the measure of angle U is 52. And T is 6x minus 4, so T is the same thing as R. And U is the same thing as S. Okay, number 11. Number 11 is asking us to find the measure of an exterior angle and an interior angle given the number of sides of a regular polygon. So our first step, the easiest way to do this, is to start with the exterior angle, because we know that in any polygon the exterior angle has a sum of 360 degrees, no matter how many sides the polygon has. So we know that the number of sides is 24, and all of the exterior angles have a sum of 360, and you have 24 exterior angles to divide that 360 by. So 360 divided by 24 is going to give us one of the exterior angles, and that equals 15. So the exterior angle is 15 degrees. Now, remember that the exterior angle, which we said is 15 degrees, and the interior angle of a polygon form a linear pair. So they are supplementary. Now that we know that the exterior angle is 15, we can find the interior angle by subtracting 15 from 180 degrees. So that gives us 165. Okay, number 15. Okay, I'm not going to solve this one for you. I'm just going to read it to you and have you think about it. I think one of the problems with word problems is that you guys tend to just skip right over them and say you don't know how to do them because you don't want to read. So I'm going to read it to you. Crystallography. Crystals are classified according to 7 crystal systems. The basis of the classification is the shapes of the face of the crystal. Turquoise belongs to a triclinic system. Each of the 6 faces of turquoise is in the shape of a parallelogram. Find the sum of the measures of the interior angles of one such face. Well, here it says that each of the 6 faces of a turquoise is in the shape of a parallelogram. Okay, so to give you a better idea of what's going on here, pulled up a picture of turquoise crystals from the internet. And this is what they're talking about here. There's 6 faces that make up the turquoise crystal here. And they're saying that one of those faces is in the shape of a parallelogram. Now, all of that just to ask you the question of find the sum of the interior angles of one such face. So our first goal was to figure out what shape they were even talking about, which was the parallelogram, which is a 4-sided polygon. Then, what is the question asking us? To find the sum of the interior angles of the polygon, which is denoted by the formula n-2 times 180. Okay, now you continue the problem on your own. Okay, number 17, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to read it to you, I'm going to help you a little bit, and you're going to finish it up for yourself. Jasmine is designing boxes she will use to ship her jewelry. She wants to shape the box like a regular polygon. So we want a polygon with all sides congruent and all angles congruent. In order for the boxes to pack tightly, she decides to use a regular polygon that has the property that the measure of its interior angle is half the measure of its exterior angle. What regular polygon should she use? Okay, well, here's how we're going to start. What do you know about the interior angle and the exterior angle of a regular polygon? Well, the interior angle and the exterior angle of a regular polygon are supplementary because they form a linear pair. Now it says the measure of its interior angle. Let's say that the measure of the interior angle is here. Is half the measure of its exterior angle. So let's call the exterior angle x and the interior angle 1/2 of x. What regular polygon should you use? So first our goal is to find out what x equals. After we do that, remember that x is going to represent the exterior angle of the polygon that she's using. Then remember that all of the exterior angles have a sum of 360 degrees. And if we divide that sum by the exterior angle measure, we will get the number of sides.